We will probably never come back again. This is probably our last visit.
Las Vegas! Yay! Kinda. So we were in the area and we were working on a different story. And since Vegas's downfall has been all over the news, we thought, you know what, let's pop by Las Vegas for a couple days and check the place out. If you haven't heard, tourist numbers are down big time, mister. Like more than 10% this year. It's been the biggest decline in tourism in over 50 years, even bigger than the 2009 Great Recession. Why? Well, it's expensive for regular folks like you and me. Used to be you could get cheap deals here. I'll show you just how expensive it is now. It's crazy. And international people, they're mad at us. Canada's still boycotting us since the tariffs 51st state thing. And they're a big part of the tourism here. The mayor here was begging Canadians to come back at a news conference a couple weeks ago. LOL. Come on now, have some pride. No, it's even more than that. All the Latinos don't want to come up here because they're afraid of getting deported. There's some people here that are calling this the Trump slump. Asians, Europeans, a lot of foreign visitors are staying away, damn it. And people can gamble at home now. They can just do it on their phones. There's a lot to get to. We walked around for a couple days and just kind of took it in and observed. Check it out. It's Monday afternoon. Let's see what it looks like in MGM Grand. Oh my God, there's nobody here. This entire casino's empty. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
So we haven't done this bridge, have we?
Let's go inside of here. There's nobody here either. Inside the Bellagio. There's nobody in the high stakes room. Uh-oh. Used to be cheap hotel rooms when you come to Vegas. We stayed at the only non-smoking joint on the strip, a place called Park MGM. It was nice. Our room was $39, but the resort fees were $50 a day. And look at how much it was going to be on the weekend. Just a basic tiny room. Now you're like, what's the resort fee, Nick? I'll show you. It's just basic shit. Wi-Fi, a pool, a gym, a phone in the room, a TV. Those are things that most hotels don't charge for. What a damn ripoff. And here's another money grab. Refrigerators are available for a daily fee. You don't even have a refrigerator in this room. You have to pay for a fridge. Come on, Vegas. Jeez. They don't even give you any refrigerators in these rooms, so people are getting their trash cans and filling them with ice. Now, when we were here in Las Vegas, they happened to announce a big citywide 5-day sale. Discounts on everything. Let's get people back here. It had never been done before.
To check out these deals. The website you go to, it's real simple. You just go to visitlasvegas.com/deals, and they've got everything on here. Top attractions. How about this? MGM Resorts, 2 attractions for $55. Atomic Golf, 50% off all day. Slotzilla, $69, unlimited zipline flights.
Hey, they got a big Las Vegas sale coming up, and we missed it. Damn it. Here's an example of one of their sales. Random rooms on a Tuesday, $50 a night, but $226 a night after fees. Here's one, $9 for a room, but $100 in fees. What the damn hell? Who do they think they're kidding here?
And one year we came to Vegas 5 times in 1 year. So we were coming very regularly in the past, but the prices are just ridiculous. Everything is insane.
You could get meals anywhere from a couple of bucks to $10, and not anymore. I mean, they were at the even here.
Breakfast cost $50.
Yeah. Before breakfast was really cheap. I mean, all the hotels we used
The
to go to,
microphone should
like
be
the
by your
like the Desert Inn, that's gone. Mirage is gone.
Sahara.
Here, everything is gone and different. It was a lot warmer before. Now it's all glass and concrete. It's
Very corporate.
yeah.
Very corporate.
And we can't get around as well as we used to. So
Yeah. All right. Is that going to deter you two from coming back again? Do you think?
Probably.
yeah.
Yeah.
We will probably never come back again. This is probably our last visit.
The food is crazy, absolutely crazy. The food prices. So that's a big deterrent to us.
Now, back in the day, damn it, you could get a 49-cent breakfast and a 99-cent shrimp cocktail. I remember those days. $9.99 buffets. Rooms were cheap. Food was cheap. Hookers were cheap. Blow was cheap. Just come have a good time. Gamble. $50 for a basket of bunch of fried stuff. $19 for 6 chicken wings. $11 beers. What the hell? $67 for that. What? 2 shots of vodka and a Red Bull for $19.50? What? Fruit cup, $7. Can of Coke, $5. $32 cheeseburgers. Come on now. $24 for 3 meatballs. $30 for a panini sandwich. $30 for a little bottle of champagne and a vending machine. $20 for a 16-ounce drink. What? $30 for a pad thai. What do you think, I made of money? This bar's dead. I asked that dude for 2 soda waters and he said it was gonna be $13.50 for 2 soda waters. What the hell, Vegas? There's nobody here. All right, Sunday at 5 o'clock. That's what it looks like on the strip. Make your own determination. Vegas is so fancy now. It feels so corporate here now. Look at all the expensive shops. Some say it's becoming a playground for the rich, and they've lost out on the average person. It's becoming intentionally exclusive. Uh-oh. So fancy. Okay, we've got Prada, Dior, Bulgari. I don't know what that is. That sounds expensive. That sounds expensive. This whole mall is like top of the line, super expensive stuff that you see on all the glossy magazines. I can't afford that. I've never heard of that, but that looks really expensive. You cannot afford that outfit. That's probably $3,000 for that. I'm guessing that suit is also top of the line. There's just nowhere that I've been able to find that you can buy like regular shit. Louis. I mean, who? I guess people do come to Vegas and buy this stuff. But middle class Ohio ain't coming here and buying that. There's even a Princess Diana store? What? Don't really see a lot of that here. So fancy they have to bolt the purses down. What? I think I'm gonna go find out how much a glass of wine is at this joint. This place had $400 caviar and $300 bottles of wine. I don't think I saw a single bottle under $100. There's like limos and expensive important cars pulled up here. Cadillacs. What is happening here? This is sure ain't the Sahara. And then here at the Paris. Very exclusive. Oh my gosh, Martha Stewart and Lisa Vanderpump. What? Fancy, Vegas. So fancy. Alright, so this is inside Paris. Kinda empty. Actually, it's really empty. That's a deal. All right, we're at Lisa Vanderpump's bar. $22 cocktails and $129 shots. Oh my God, $50 round of drinks. What? 50. Vanderpump.
You know, most people can't, normal people, regular people can't afford to come here.
No?
It's becoming more expensive to come and stay.
It is. Yes, sir.
And I've been coming to Vegas since the 1980s. And it's, of course, it's changed over the years. It used to be a lot more player friendly. It was cheaper to come and stay and play. I like to play blackjack, and it seems like over the last several years I can't win at blackjack. And I remember years ago when they had the Imperial Palace, I was beginning to learn how to play, and you could sit down and play $3 blackjack. And they were always giving you free buffets all the time. But it's changed a lot over the years.
The money you spend on meals?
Yes.
And transportation. Those are the highest,
like if
you know,
if we
the most
take-
expensive things.
If we take an Uber downtown,
Yeah.
it costs us $30 one way.
Yeah.
Just to travel downtown. Over the years, I have some friends, they've stopped coming and they didn't like the resort fees, which, you know, they moved the resort fee. Every time we would come, the resort fees went higher to the point where they were $50.
There's a lot of empty stuff. Driving around, there's a lot of empty strip malls. Here's another one I'm getting right now. Now, I don't know if this was like that before. I didn't come down this street ever, but I am seeing a lot of stuff that's no longer opened up all over. We're just maybe 4 or 5 blocks from the main strip. We're on the main drag, Las Vegas Boulevard at an AM, PM. There's a very armed security guard here. Welcome to Vegas. Here's your bum stuff. This is what you guys like. Of course, you guys want to see the bad stuff. Vegas is a terrible, terrible place to raise kids with the high crime, the violence, and the drugs. Well, I didn't focus on any of that for this video, but here's your bum fix. I can't say though, they do keep most of this stuff off the strip. They just send them out into the other neighborhoods. You don't really see it down here because people wouldn't come if they didn't. It's very clean, I have to say. There's some bums around, but this is very nice. Look at that sidewalk, dang. Well, we got naked people stuff, but then the sidewalk looks really good.
Cover that up.
So people say Vegas is sketchy, and yes, it is pretty sketchy. There's been homeless people kind of downtown. We're on the strip. Here's an interesting development. So whoever's running this little kiosk here, we're out here on the strip outside of a hotel called New York. Whoever's running that took off, left. We haven't seen them for hours. And these are all very nice shades. Well, maybe not very nice, but like you could just walk off with any of this and nobody has. Anyway, good for this so far. I don't think that's gonna last a long time. I'm sure somebody's gonna come and help themselves. But so far, maybe it's not so sketchy here. Now, to be fair, I did see signs of large crowds. I'll show some examples of that. But But I was walking around and I was like, hey, it's kind of busy. And people were still like, no, this is really nothing compared to how it used to be. It's still way down. Like tonight might look good, but it's usually way more crowded. But it's very busy. There's still a ton of people here. I mean, this pool's just about packed. So it's not as dead as you've heard. I don't know where these people get their scratch. There were some larger crowds that felt not empty at all, depending on what casino you went in. This is the Park MGM where we stayed. There are some large crowds here. All right, so I'm on top of a balcony right now. It is pretty busy. It's Sunday night. There's a lot of traffic coming in. There's traffic coming in all over. This is definitely not dead. It seems like it's very energetic and very busy. You hear Las Vegas is dead. It is really not that dead. It's maybe less than it was previous years, but it's Sunday night. It's pretty packed and pretty loud, so I have to be honest. It does feel very upscale, very expensive. It is super. We just inside, we paid $40 for a Miller Lite and a vodka soda, no lime. But there's a lot of people here that are wanting to spend that money. We don't see as many middle class folks. It seems very kind of upscale and stuff, but there's a lot of people here. There's a lot of money, and I'm just trying to be honest. It is very expensive, but it's also still kind of packed. And I think I said that like 5 times. I'm about to cut. Some say Vegas is turning into just an event place. Concerts, shows, shopping, sporting events. Regular folks, well, deal with it or don't come. Okay, YouTube. It is my final morning here in Las Vegas. We're about to head out. It is super bright. My future is bright. I'm here in like a quad area outside of New York. This is the T-Mobile Center. That's where the WNBA Las Vegas Aces play. Very big building for not a lot of fans. I just got off the elevator with a couple of people and I said, where are you guys visiting from? And they said, Alberta. And I said, oh my God, Edmonton. I was just there. Welcome. And essentially said, your entire country is boycotting. Why are you guys here? And they said, we don't care about that crap. We like Las Vegas. We like America. We like Americans. We're not worried about all that political crap. So good for you, people I met in the elevator from Edmonton. So last night, I walked around again. Kim and I took a little tour of the Strip. There were less people. From my vantage point, it seemed kind of packed because there were people kind of in my space. But people kept saying, yeah, this is actually not really that busy. I think for me, the biggest thing is not the crowd size. Yes, there are less people here, but it's the type of people and it's the vibe here in Las Vegas. I was the only one walking around. I mean, it used to be you'd walk around in Vegas and it would be loud and people would be drinking and smoking and there was energy and it was fun and spontaneous and exciting and joyous, and people would just seem to enjoy being here. We walked around 2 nights. I think I was the only person that had a drink in his hand walking around on the Strip. It was very subdued. People didn't really seem to even have a smile on their face. They were kind of trudging around from hotel to hotel. The type of people that were walking around, it seemed very much more upscale. Lots of people carrying bags from stores that I don't want to spend things on. And yes, clearly there were a lot of empty casinos. There were a lot of areas that were in the middle of the day or early in the evening that were just entire sections of casinos were not, there was nobody in them. That you could walk around in some corners in some casinos and see hardly any people. And it's the high-end table stuff. It's the Asian, the deep-pocketed Asian gambler that I didn't see sitting at those high-end tables. The Chinese guy with his wife that were throwing down $1,000 a hand. A lot of the Asian gamblers I just did not see, and usually you see them all in groups. I don't know if that's because China's mad at us. I don't know if that has to do with tariffs or whatever, but it does seem that certain demographics are not here right now in Las Vegas. I did notice that. It just, the whole environment here, it seems to have changed more to an upscale, elite type of crowd, type of environment. And I think that's the biggest takeaway. Look, Vegas can do whatever it wants to do. A lot of people I talked to said they're not going to come back again, or they're going to come less often. They're trying to somewhat attract a different type of crowd, apparently, because this place feels very corporate now. Is Las Vegas dead? No, Las Vegas is not dead, but Las Vegas has changed a lot. The whole tariff thing, the whole Canadian boycotting thing, all that stuff's going to change one day, and I think some international people are going to start to come back here. But if you come to Las Vegas, plan on spending a lot of money. It is not, it's almost comical, the types of the costs for some stuff here. They've done a good job, I must say, at the final juncture is they've done a good job of keeping it sort of cleaned up. Hardly, I mean, there's like one bum per block, which is not bad. Anyways, that's it from Las Vegas. I'm glad that I could send a dispatch out to you guys from here, and I've talked plenty, and I am not going back up into that hotel to spend any more money. Over and out. There we go to Laughlin, right there. On Saturday night, let's see what's going on. Now, this isn't Las Vegas, but it's still very interesting. We discovered a lot when we kind of dug around in Laughlin, which is an aging resort town on the Arizona border. It's about 90 minutes south of Las Vegas. I don't know if any of you have been here, but it's not fancy. But I thought, you know what? Go down to regular people land. Let's see how the middle class are doing. Is this maybe more busy because they don't want to go up to Vegas and spend all the money? Laughlin's like a tiny little Vegas. There's like 8 casinos in town here. We're staying at the fancy Aquarius.
It has to be going down.
We're gonna try to see, it's Saturday night, how truly busy it is. There's actually a lot of people here, I do have to say. It's pretty busy. We're all the way in the back. I'm trying to just get in here, and it's kind of a madhouse, so. And this is not Vegas. We're just kind of doing a quick little detour to see what the deal is. It's actually super busy. Like, the line for the valet is like all the way out. This is, you know, the fanciest of the Laughlin resorts. It was still only $105. I wish we showed up and there were tumbleweeds in the valet line, but that's not the case. I'm not gonna lie, this is pretty busy. And for Laughlin on Saturday, it just was a pain in the ass trying to park. All right, I got an answer. I just talked to the lady at the front desk, and she said Saturday is our only really busy night. It just happens to be Saturday that we're here. It is pretty busy here in Laughlin on a Saturday. When we first checked in, I thought, wow, it's booming. Well, it was Saturday, so I think that's probably why. But you just wait if you want to see dead and sad. And I know that's what you guys want to see. I'm gonna go check out some of these other casinos and see if they're busy. Damn, this shit is empty. There's like 10 cars here. Apparently they closed down during COVID and never reopened. That was 5 years ago. They weren't able to open, financial hit. People weren't coming up here as much. They just never opened up again. And that is just sad. I should go in there and see if they're packed. Looks pretty empty to me. All right, I was just up in the Tropicana. It's dead in there. I'm not trying to over sensationalize things. I still can't figure out why my hotel was so crowded. I'm gonna try to figure it out. The bartender in there, the people next to us said, how much for a Scooby snack, which is like, has 2 shots in it. He's like $31. And they were like, are you kidding me? $8.50 Miller Lights. I waited at 2 different bars. Nobody came over to me. I waited like at least 5 minutes. Nobody even looked my way. It was half dead. I'm like, what's going on? I don't know. I mean, as you can see, It's pretty dead. It's about 9 o'clock on Saturday. All right, I'm gonna go into the Golden Nugget and see what's going on in there. There is nobody out right now. It is completely dead here. Pretty dead. Pretty dead. Pretty dead. Pretty dead. The prices here weren't nearly as gougy as they are in Vegas. Claim Jumper was a little jacked up, but it wasn't too bad. Bubba Gump Shrimp's $30 shrimp dinner seemed outrageous. I mean, it's not H salt or anything. And then there was another restaurant in Laughlin that had $50 steak dinners. OMG, where's the $9.99 all-you-can-eat steak? All right, so I went in the Golden Nugget. Pretty dead. I got a beer, though. Really wasn't a lot going on in there. It seemed pretty kind of sad and sorry. I don't gamble a lot, so I don't have perspective, but it's Saturday night. And, I mean, there's really not a lot going on. It's about 9:20 p.m. on Saturday. I'm gonna go inside here and see what's going on, but I can already tell it's gonna be sorry night in there. Let's go inside here. Oh, it seems like it's 1 a.m., but it's not. Oh man. Also, pretty dead. Here's the sports book. Nobody's here. The only highlight in Laughlin I found was in the Pioneer. The band was jamming to Blurred Lines. All right, thanks. Come again. All right, I'm out here by the Colorado River, as you can see. Not sure about the water level, if that's normal or not, but I hear that there's a water shortage going on here. It's just dead. Look, I don't have any perspective on what Laughlin's like. I've never actually been here before, even though I grew up only about 4 hours away. I've never been to Laughlin, but I am not impressed at all. It's pretty janky. I don't know if it's always been kind of a rundown, has-been place, but I mean, you got a lot of signs off. You got empty areas here. Saturday night, coming in, I expected more. And I don't know if that's just the way it is. You guys tell me in the comments, is it always this sorry and sad in Laughlin? Did it used to be a bigger deal? I don't know. But, you know, when Mr. Cowboy's sign is off and it's 9:30 at night, that's not really a good sign. I think the highlight of the night was when the dudes busted out Blurred Lines, and that got everybody fired up. But besides that, that was pretty much it. Oh my God, even the In-N-Out Burger's dead. All right, so behind me is the Colorado Bell. That is no longer open. I learned that from looking at the internet as to what's going on here. So I kind of think I figured out what's going on here. And by the way, I was able to get a Miller Lite finally. So during COVID, I mean, Laughlin has been suffering ever since COVID and has not quite recovered. Although if you talk to people here, they say over the last 5 years, it hasn't really gone down more since it recovered from COVID, but it's down a lot since COVID. And the whole value alternative to Las Vegas is one of the reasons why Laughlin's been able to kind of keep itself going in a holding on direction. But everyone around here is saying, like, this place is getting old fast. And if they don't figure out a way to upgrade stuff, I mean, I'm not an expert or anything, but you've got all these, when the signs are out, that's a sign. So if they don't continue to like modernize and make this place exciting again, people are going to kind of get bored. Even the low budget people that kind of drive in, that have been kind of keeping this place held up. So yes, it is pretty dead, but it's dead. It's normal dead, meaning it's been dead for quite a while. It hasn't really recovered. So the whole narrative of this place is suffering more and more. Clearly, it's not really suffering here, but it is suffering. Oh, and I found out why my hotel is so packed. Apparently there's a Daughtry concert tonight. I had no idea Daughtry was such a big draw, but I guess he is.